Hello and welcome to Aderans UK Live. That was a fantastic start to the evening. A little video that Bradley put together for us from a company called Christine Headwear. Tonight we're going to be live with Mia from Christine Headwear. Christine Headwear is a Danish company that was founded in 2003. And the lady who actually founded the company team, her grandmother had cancer and couldn't find any headscarves, turbans, or any kind of headwear that was actually quite fashionable, sophisticated, or headwear that actually made that statement. So she went on to actually find Christine Headwear and named it after her grandmother, who was actually called Christine. They're a fantastic company. They actually sell all their products in 46 different countries throughout the world. We're the actual sole distributor in the UK. And tonight we're going to be looking at the products from Christine Headwear. So, really and truly, for those of you who wear a wig, but sometimes you don't want to wear a wig, maybe you're going to the gym, you're going out walking, and you want to feel a little bit more comfortable, or just being at home and you want to feel that little bit of comfort, something that's going to be quite soothing on your head, or you really want to make that statement when you're wearing some headwear. It could be one from the boho collection, which is one of my personal favorites, which you can really jazz up and tie different scarves into it, which is quite amazing. And Mia's going to actually show us some of those little tips and tricks this evening, how to actually tie the turbans, how to actually tie the scarves as well. She's also got some other fantastic products. We sell a lot of their wig caps that you can actually wear underneath your wigs, and these actually keep your head really cool. It stops you from overheating as well, but you've got that comfort factor. So if you have been going through treatment and you've lost your hair, your scalp might be really quite sensitive at the moment. So Christine Headwear again is something that you could look to actually purchase in. They do a range of nightcaps. They do sunwear as well, which is amazing for the actual summer months. And all of their turbans and all of their collections are actually made from all natural materials. So we're looking at bamboo, we're looking at milk fabrics, we're looking at linen, and they've also got this really unique special technology, which we're going to find out a lot more about in the program, which is called 37.5 degrees, and it stabilizes your temperature. So keep watching. If you've got any questions, as always, just pop them in the comments box. We've got Bradley on board tonight, who's actually going to monitor all your questions. He's actually managed to get us all on live tonight, and we're actually live on 3 different platforms, I believe. Yep, he's given me the
We
nod.
are, yeah.
So we're on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So wherever you're watching from, sit back, enjoy the show that we're putting on together this evening for all of you. Have you got anything you'd like to add for the evening, Bradley? Maybe tell everybody when you're going
Absolutely.
live, isn't it?
Yeah, so what a nice way to start this evening with that video.
Oh, it's lovely.
Doesn't
Didn't it make you think of summer? Oh, you can lie on a
absolutely. I
beach.
mean, that was definitely shot, if I remember rightly, in Zakynthos in Greece. It's absolutely stunning. I really want to go now. It looks amazing. But yeah, it's honestly, Christine Headwear is amazing for their marketing, not only the products, but the whole, vibe of what Christine brings to the table is just lovely. And I think you can see that in the video to begin with there. There's definitely a place for it in your holiday or your summer wardrobe, regardless of where you're going.
And
Obviously,
yeah, regardless whether you've got hair loss or whether you've actually still got your own hair as well. Me personally, I wear hats all the time. And in the summer,
yeah,
I always wear one of their sun hats, and I wear one of their hats in the winter as well. So, whether you're watching us with a hair loss problem, you're losing your hair, or maybe you've just got thinning hair, there is something, as Bradley said, for everybody in this collection. And it could be for men
absolutely.
as well. They've got a great collection for men and also for children, the petite peanut, the young children, and that's amazing as well. So everybody is catered for within the Christine Headwear collection.
Yeah, I mean, it's just wonderful, isn't it, really? And I just think as well, it's exciting that you get 2 ranges a year, so it really changes with the fashion. So obviously we've got spring summer coming up this Friday when we launch it. which is exciting. And we've just kind of coming out of their autumn winter collection now, which obviously we've had for a few months, and it's lovely. They've got the knitted pieces as well. There's just such a great vast variety of things that you can do with them all as well. So quite excited to see what Mia shows us later on. We've had some comments and questions already. Christine Headwear is my favourite. Purchased multiple items from them via Trenco. Good, we love that. Christine Headwear, the only headwear I will supply. Such good value for money. There you go. So.
It actually sells itself. I think when clients feel it, because when somebody first loses their hair, they don't know what they actually need. They initially think they need a wig, but they need a wig cap, they need a wig. They might get very cold at night because we lose so much temperature through our heads. So without that hair, then they might need a sleep cap as well. And then they might want their turbans or their sports caps for when they're actually doing sport. So there is really something everybody can actually add into their actual wardrobe. And depending if you're very classic or if you're actually got a little bit of an edgy fashion to you, you can actually find what you're looking for in this collection. Again, the fabrics, the patterns they actually choose, they look constantly ahead all the time. They work about 18 months in advance, as we do when we're actually designing wigs and colours as well. So they're looking at the latest fashions and the latest colours as well. It's also really important, I think, when we're looking at headwear, because it's so close to our face, just like your hair is or your wig is, it really needs to complement that skin tone that you've actually got and all your colouring as well. And it's to look at it as part of you and part of that fashion. And, you're trying to actually explore yourself and actually make yourself feel really confident. And I think by wearing these different designs, you can actually gain that confidence when you're out and about quite easily as well, which is fantastic.
Well, you found some interesting ways, didn't you, of wearing the ribbons? You were wearing them as like a scarf at one point.
I did. It was let me grab it.
Oh, she's got it on standby, everybody. She knew this was coming.
Yeah. Well, I know that. It was a possibility. I was wearing just a very plain black dress one day, like up to here, and it was all very black. So I took part of one of their actual turbans. It actually clips on and clips off. It's got like little poppers in the back, so you can clip it on and off. And I just simply try not to lose my headset. Just popped it around my neck, and it just gives you a little scarf, and it just dresses up any outfit as well. So apart from just wearing a turban as a head covering, you can actually accessorize all your wardrobe as well. And yeah, I loved it. I should probably keep that on for the evening.
Well, we were saying, weren't we? It would be really good. I said I should have got one of the ribbons or something and worn it like a kind of bandana-y thing, like I would have done in the summer normally. But, sucker for a theme with the spring, summer, and I've worn hats on how many of these so far?
Quite a few. We just need to get hats to Bradley, really. Yeah.
That's it. Well, we've had more comments coming through here. I love Christine's pieces. So comfortable and stylish at the same time. Just lost my hair again for the second time, and I'm loving wearing these again. So soothing on my scalp. Well, that's lovely, isn't it? Because we'll find out why that is later, because we were lucky enough actually to do a sort of precursor to this webinar earlier this afternoon with Mia, and she took us through all of the technical side of what makes Christine so special. And it's really interesting, actually, isn't it, Jane? Really
interesting. The fabrics and the materials they use. They do so much research into all the different technologies. And those fabrics really do make a difference to your scalp and how it's actually looked after and the actual softness of it. So it's not just a turban that you're wearing or a head covering. It is something really quite unique and quite special to their collections as well. Yeah. Amazing. Yeah, very, very good. I'm going to slide this one off, so you might lose me in a minute.
Oh, she's gone. 50% of you found the other half there.
Oh, Oh dear.
Never mind. Well, shall we bring Mia in so we can talk to her about the new collection?
I think so. That'd be lovely. Yeah, let's talk about spring and
Absolutely.
summer.
Let's talk spring, summer. I think we're all ready for that, aren't we? Big time.
Yeah, after that video, most definitely. Yeah.
Hello,
Hi,
Mia.
Hello there, you two. Thank you for that lovely introduction.
You're welcome.
Very welcome.
And thank you for joining us from Denmark.
Of course, anytime. I'm pleased to be here with you. It's been so much fun just watching all your beautiful live shows until now. From the couch at home. It's 8 o'clock here in Denmark now, so pardon me for the makeup and it's getting funny. But I've been so excited to be live with you. It's such a privilege to be able to get on the other side of the ocean by just using your computer, isn't it?
It's pretty amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Technology is very good nowadays.
Like that.
Yeah. Before this, we would have just met in the offices and we wouldn't have been doing any of these live things.
I know. But we were just chatting about it before we got on, weren't we? About this, all of us testing our live gear and just being humans and dogs barking and hopefully no distractions tonight.
Yeah.
All the different things that actually go wrong when you're live.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think for us at Aderans, though, this is something we're going to continue doing, even when we actually come out of lockdown eventually. We've got quite a big platform now. We have quite a lot of people who are quite interested in looking at all the different products we do. And having guest speakers on as well is, I think, a real buzz. It's a good buzz for me and Bradley, and it's lovely to have different people come on to speak with us. So it's something we will actually continue doing. So we'll have you again later on in the year, maybe for your winter collection, because that looked. We had a very sneak preview today, myself and Bradley, and Mia showed us some images of what they've actually taken. They've just done their shoot for autumn and winter, and it looked amazing. Beautiful new collections to come out. So even we don't want to wish the summer away, but it'd be nice to get to autumn and winter.
I know. Yeah. I've been like that all week actually, because we just launched the spring summer collection on our website today. So it was a bit strange actually sitting there preparing for the next catalog, and we hardly just released the first one. So yeah, there you go. That's fashion for you, isn't it? Yeah.
It is.
That's how it goes, isn't it? Really? Yeah. You'll have all your retailers who are like, you know, supermarkets. They'll now be actually doing all their preparation coming up for Christmas to get all their different offers in and their lines in for Christmas. So we all kind of jump seasons all the time.
I know. Yeah. Well, thank God, Christmas is a long way away. Summer now.
Yeah. And now we've got brochures, which they're beautiful.
Don't leave me out. There we go.
Have you got one as well?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, keep it tight.
And it does really, your brochure, it says it all actually. It really, when you look at it, it does make you think about those beautiful blue skies. It makes you think of spring and summer and changing your look, isn't it really? Giving yourself a different look to that new season coming up. And you've got some lovely different turbans you're going to talk to us tonight about, too.
I have. I think you can see me all right. I have my little friend with me.
Yeah. We've all got one of those little friends.
She doesn't make too much of a fuss.
I know, it's quite good. They're quite cheap to feed as well, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. So we've got loads of new things to show you. So I can't wait to get up my table filled with headwear, and I love it. It's brilliant.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you first of all, though, because I was talking about the different fabrics and the different materials you use and the different technologies. And I know you're going to be talking a lot about the special technology. You've got the 37.5 degree technology and the SPF 50. We'll talk about that when we kind of get to your sunwear range and your different turbans that have got it in. But all your other turbans, they've got bamboo, milk fibres in them, linen. Can you tell us a little bit more about them and why they're so good? And they've got aloe vera as well.
Yeah, well, not to forget aloe vera. That's a brilliant addition to the wig liner. Well, and all the certifications that you mentioned, Jane, are part of the Christine range. Christine Headwear takes up, I think, about 70% of our range here at House of Christine. We just launched this new overall platform called House of Christine, and she's going to be housing all our sub-brands. So Christine is going to get a life on her own now, which is really exciting. So it's just taking some getting used to. So I'm sorry if I'm going to get it all mixed up. It's fairly new. But Christine is actually the biggest collection we have. And she's also the first one to launch in 2003. And we built up a collection mainly on the bamboo, which is the CareTech bamboo that you've seen later on or early on today. I showed you all these beautiful little logos sitting here at the back of the catalog. It's all these things that you don't tend to read, but it's all the important stuff here at the back, and it's quite a large font, so you can read it. Yeah. But
it does give all that information you need, isn't it? So any end user wanting to actually find out more about Christine Headwear and everything you do.
Yeah.
Everything, all that is actually in the back of the catalogue.
It is, and it's really important. And we actually do tend to make quite a big of a fuss about it because it's so unique for our product range. And I think it's safe to say that I don't think anybody else is carrying that many logos on their headwear. But it's really important for us because we strive always to be the best and do our best for our customers. It's very important that everybody feels safe and that they feel beautiful in their new. In a new period of their life, a lot of cancer patients are visiting us for the first time. Some are coming back, unfortunately, but it's always nice to see all of them. But we never stop exploring, and we never stop developing, even though bamboo has been part of the Christine range since 2003. We never stop developing. You can always learn something new about your products. So you can always count on when you see the CareTech bamboo, it's a unique Christine Headwear made product line. So this little stamp that you see actually on, I don't think I've got a hang tag, but if you get a Christine product, you get a little hand tag as well, and the logo's on there if it's a CareTech bamboo, and also if it's CareTech Milk or Suprema Cotton, which is the latest one. And the CareTech Suprema Cotton is fairly
so it would actually be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you can see that. So, yeah, we tend to sort of put it in front of the product, and a lot of people don't really realize how important it is and what it is, but it's definitely a good quality stamp to look for. And not only have we got all these Christine made product lines, we also have and fabrics. We have the CE mark as well, which is very unique for headwear. We're actually registered as a medical appliance, which means that we are accredited by the Danish Medical Board as being, and the EU directive as being a medical suppliant to cancer patients. And that means that we support them in a physical and psychological way by comforting in a difficult time, and also by supporting them with headwear that's soothing and what do you call it, soothing and protective when they lose their hair. So it's definitely an important stamp, and I don't think anybody else has got what we have here. So it is fairly unique. You can see the CE mark on everything from toys from McDonald's or a light bulb or whatever, but they all come in different categories, don't they? So ours is fairly special. So we really like to tell about it because it actually is a comfort for the customers using our products. So you can be safe wearing them, and also be safely assured that because we have the CE registering, we have to make so many protocols and we have to make so many documents whenever we start up a new line or a new product. We have to be able to report everything into documentation, and from here in Denmark to our own factories out in Vietnam. So it takes a lot of effort to maintain this high standard with the CE brand. So that's really
a lot of work behind the scenes.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. And a lot of people don't even know that all the products that we design are designed here in Denmark, the head office in the middle of Denmark. And we have our own factories in Vietnam where we produce everything ourselves for the Christine range. So it's something that we have really close at hand, and we have our own employee out there called Francis, and he takes care of all the qualities, and he makes sure that everything runs smoothly, and takes care of our branding really out there. So we have so many people in so many important places taking care of products we send out the door, which is really, really important, and definitely a necessity, I think, when you're dealing with headwear for people who lost their hair.
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So your designs, obviously, every season, they're so beautiful, but the colors and everything as well, you've chosen them very, very strategically, haven't you?
Yeah.
It's something that takes a lot of work, I would assume. What's the process? Where do you get the ideas and inspiration from for the patterns?
Actually, you would think that, well, it's so easy with all these prints. You just go out and buy them. Well, we don't do that. We don't make it easy here at Christine Headwear. we like to make it difficult for ourselves. No, it's very important for us that we always look into the fashion industry as well. We do 2 collections a year: a spring summer, which is the one you are seeing, going to be seeing today, and an autumn winter released in August. And we tend, like you said, Jane, in your introduction to us, we start about 18 months before the product line is launched, maybe earlier actually, depending on what we're developing and what patterns we're using. But we always look into the fashion industry and follow the design guides that they tend to use for their collections, so that when you see the collection from Christine, you will actually be able to find the colors in the high-speed fashion, or from H&M, to mention them again.
We get another free promotion tonight, I can tell.
But wherever you see them, we're going to use Chanel instead. It's much more glamorous.
Do that, yeah.
Yeah. But every time we do something new, we always do big mood boards, and Tina, who's the original founder of Christine Headwear, puts a lot of effort into finding the exact colors. It's really difficult just to take a color scheme from the fashion industry. We have a range of really amazing libraries here in the area, because we are in the middle of the textile forum in Denmark. We are placed really well here.
Wow.
Yeah, so we've got everything at hand quite easily. So when we go to the libraries to get our inspiration, and we go to these trend seminars, we have to take home all the color schemes and adjust them, obviously to suit the skin tones for our clients. Because it is different if you choose a sweater or a pair of trousers or a jacket or whatever, you wear it up to here. But the headwear that we design has to sort of encapsulate your face and has to sort of complement a lot of skin tones from darker brown to light. I'm really fair, so I have to choose some kind of color scheme, a warm one, and we've got the ones choosing the winter colors, more purple and lilacs. So you have to find something that suits everyone, because one thing is you have your hair or your wig and you can color it in exactly the color you want, but when you lose it all you have is the color in your cheeks to spice up the headwear and your clothing. So we tend to actually do the colors a bit colder than the fashion industry, because if you're going through chemotherapy, your skin tone has a tendency of getting a bit yellow because of the treatment. So if you get a really warm color up against your skin and slightly yellow, it's not going to be a good combination. So it's not just picking a color and just sitting there. No, that's easy. No. We pick a color, and then we find the right tone for that color, and then we start designing. So it's a long process, but very exciting. I must say, and we do these as well.
A lot of thought goes into that then. That's really...
I showed you these earlier, but just to give you an idea, these are mood boards that we do when we go out to our retailers here in Denmark, and we send them out to all our distributors throughout the world. And they have these sort of guidelines, so that when they sit there in the shop and, well, how do you come up with all this? Well, here you go. We sort of make mood boards just as an inspiration. Here you see something from the runways, and these are like 2 years ago, these runway shows. But we have to interpretate them now and put them into our collection, because now we're ready for them here. Our kind of segment. And you see the colors out here that
Well, swatches.
used as a guide for. But this is the one I'm wearing here today.
It's lovely.
Exactly. So you have all these colors here, and then you sort of get into the mood, and you get into the spring mood when you're looking at it, and also you get an understanding that, well, listen, it's sort of, it goes with a lot of things. And even though we put a lot of colors on, like the turban I'm wearing today, well, look, that's the fashion for you at the moment. You're putting on one print, putting on another print, and then it sort of makes sense, doesn't it?
Layering all those colours and patterns together, isn't it?
Exactly. And there's another one for you here with the front page from the catalogue. And you can see we get inspiration from all sorts of places, and then interpret them and make them into our own. Like you think, well, why are you putting on a girl like that on your mood board? Well, actually, all the fabrics here, the laces, well, they might be turned into a pattern on a straw hat or on a headwear piece like I'm wearing here today. So it's sort of, it's all inspiration, isn't it? So sometimes Tina's head is buzzing a lot.
I can imagine it is buzzing a lot. Yeah, there's a lot to think about, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think all of us who are into that side of like research and development of products, you kind of go to bed thinking about it the whole time.
Yeah. Wake up thinking, write it down.
That's it. Absolutely. Tim's probably the same. I keep a notepad at the side of my bed, and quite often I kind of wake up, or I'm awake in the middle of the night and make notes, do diagrams of different things, completely crazy in the middle of the night.
Girls gotta do, right?
That's it. That's what we have to do. Yes.
That's it. Well, we've had some messages come through, which I just wanted to just read out to you before we carry on. So we have lovely to see you, Mia, and what an amazing new spring-summer collection. Indeed, cannot wait to purchase a few of the collection, and good to hear the preparation for winter collections. The bamboo lining on all your headwear is very comfortable. We have a message here. Good evening, Mia, Jane and Bradley. Good evening. I wanted to express my personal thanks for creating the Christine Headwear that was invaluable during my treatment and throughout my life as an alopecian. It's so comfortable, beautiful and easy to wear.
Oh, that's lovely.
Oh, what a beautiful feedback. I never go to bed not thinking about all the things I've experienced throughout the day, like you're designing or whatever. Well, I'm in charge of the social media accounts here at Christine Headwear, and I think I can remember pretty much all of them because they stick with me. And messages like this, I really value them, because it just means a lot to us to hear these kind of feedbacks, and also I bring them back to the team and we read them together. So don't ever think that your messages are lost on us. We really value them. So thank you.
I think we all do as well. Bradley and myself, we get lots of messages as well and emails after the shows. And we actually love reading them as well and passing them around the office to show people. And it's nice to think that people are really taking on board what you're doing, and they actually enjoy it as well, because they've given up their evening to actually sit and listen to us, whatever they're doing at home. They're probably sat with their dinner or maybe a glass of wine, and probably gin and tonic. But they're actually sat down, relaxing, enjoying. But they're still giving up that time to sit and listen to us and what we're actually doing. And just on that note, I'm just going to reintroduce this again in case we've got any new viewers, so they know exactly what they're watching. To any of you who've just actually clicked in to actually watch us on Instagram, Facebook or YouTube, welcome to Aderans UK Live. I'm Jane Kelly. I'm with Bradley this evening. He's going to be monitoring all of our questions. And tonight we've got a really lovely guest from Denmark called Mia from Christine Headwear. And she's going to be talking to us all about different turbans and different headwear that can actually enhance your life, give you much more confidence in your everyday life in what you're doing. So I think we'll actually move on, and maybe we'll start looking at some of your turbans that you've actually got.
Let's do that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. Because, like I said before, it's a big catalogue, isn't it? 68 pages. So we're probably not going to be able to get through all of it tonight, but hopefully some of it. So if there's anything now that we're live that the viewers would like me to show you, just let me know, and then I can pull it out from somewhere, I think, hopefully. I have got no assistant in the house. I'm all on my own, but I can.
Find it somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. But I want to show you a few pieces from the Christine collection first, because, like I said, Christine forms a very big part of our collection, the biggest part actually. And a lot of you know Christine already. I can see on the comments that you all know the bamboo, which is amazing. I think it's the most soft material I've ever had in my hands. It's just like butter. That's a completely wrong association, but it is really, really soft on your hands.
They are lovely, yeah.
Yeah, the bamboo collection is just it's magical, and I don't think I've experienced anyone, because bamboo is becoming very popular to use in underwear, socks, and garments. Yeah, garments that's close to your skin, because it's so soothing to wear, and it's also very, very soft, and it's breathable because it's a natural fabric, and that's very important, obviously, when you're wearing it directly on your skin. And all our Christine Headwear products, Viva Headwear, and all the kiddies stuff as well, is Oecotex certified, which means it goes through another test round to ensure that there's no chemicals used in the fabrics that we are printing on, in the colors or anything. So they're all safe to use. And because obviously you're having it against your skin, it's a grade 1 Oecotex, which means that it's suitable to wear against infant skin, baby skin, which is the best certification you can get. That's the highest standard. So definitely the bamboo lines is worth having a look at. If you're new to alopecia, or if you're new to chemotherapy and you're losing your hair, when you lose your hair, your scalp gets really sensitive. So you don't want to be wearing something that doesn't really complement your skin, because it is going to be really, really fragile, and when you touch it, it can be sensitive and also a bit sore. So you want to use materials that actually complement your skin and soothe it and take care of it, so that you don't have to worry about your head and the difference or the changes it's going through. That's what I want to say. So the bamboo is definitely a good choice if you're new to this. You must get one of the bamboo turbans. The best seller is the yoga turban. We were talking about the yoga one earlier, because it is just always the prettiest one, because it's so simple and classy and classic. There's nothing to it, and it's just a grab and go turban. You just put it on and you're ready to go out the door. And if you sort of want to spice it up with a scarf or something like that, you can easily do that just by tying it around. You can use one of your own ones to have one, or some of the boho ones. But it's so simple. Can you see it? You can see the?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
It's so easy to just put on, and you're ready to go. So I would definitely say, if there's one turban you need to get, well, yoga would be a good one. But I want to challenge you, because there's a new one on the market. It's actually been a while since we launched it, but the Shakti turban is also a magical turban. It's really, really, really simple as well, a turban base that you can put like a crown, easy to put on. You just put it on like that, and then you have your simply attached headband here at the back that you can use in multiple ways, and you can just lead it up from behind like this, and it's stretchable. The bamboo is really stretchable, and we always do that, because obviously you would need to, because it's one size, you sort of have to be able to fit it regardless of the size, but also because when it's stretchable, it doesn't nag you. It doesn't really feel too tight.
It's not so restricting, yeah, because it could be quite restricted all around here otherwise.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
We do love our skinny jeans as well, don't we? But we like it to be stretchable.
Absolutely, yeah, every time.
So definitely, I like brand, because it does something for us. But definitely, the bamboo is a stretchable material, and because it's so soft and light, it's easy to put on and style in just a simple way. And with the Shakti turban, you get a turban base like the yoga, but you get the headband that creates a lot of volume as well at the front. And when you lose your hair, having the volume is really important around here, because it sort of adds something to your head, not only the shape, but also it gives you a completely different look and styling effect by adding the volume around here. You don't want it necessarily at the back. You want your decoration to be close to your skin, here at the front of your face. So you can do different kinds of stylings with this one. Look at this, just pulling. You can see I just took the round edge here, I just pulled it up here, and then styled my headband on top of it. So I have like a cross effect here at the top, which is really good. If you have a round face like mine, like a Corona round
face, yeah.
Well, the lockdown face, all the chocolate and
yeah.
the wine, the gin and tonics. Let's not go there. If you tend to have a bit of Corona body like mine, it's okay. It's fine. We like that. That's also a kind of. But then it's a good thing to have this V shape here at the front, where you get a completely different angle on your face, and also a different shape. Like pulling it up this way sort of extends your face and makes it longer and slimmer. So that's a really good idea. Also, if you're getting medication and you think that your face shape is changing, then this would be a good one to do as well, because it sort of gives you a different profile altogether. And the good thing
you're really making a fashion statement with these, isn't it? It's not just, I mean, years ago, people would just tie a scarf around their heads or just put a turban on, and you could look at them and you would think, you know, that lady's going for treatment and she's having some kind of treatment. But nowadays, people thin in hair, people with hair, those with alopecia, and obviously the ladies going through treatment, that these are made especially for. But anybody can wear them because it is just that fashion statement. And it's getting comfortable with what you can do with them, because you've styled them in so many different ways. But it's only a little tweak, isn't it? It's just a little movement you do with it and it changes it completely.
And I think it's very important, and it's something that we actually we really care for the details as well here at Christine Headwear, because it's very important for us that the customer gets something that if they don't feel like they can just use one time and then, well, it's the same turban they're wearing again and again. So it's all about having using your imagination really to add something extra. But we spend a lot of time putting details into the turban. So I'm going to show you. When you buy a turban like this, you think, well, that's what I can do with that. Well, it's not. You can do all sorts of things. So that one day you're wearing it like this, tomorrow in a different way. It's all about extending your wardrobe and buying turbans that you can sort of build onto, or you can add onto, and in that way extending your headwear wardrobe without having to buy house pieces.
Yeah, it's accessorizing them really, isn't it? Because you can add other scarves into them. You could probably put kind of brooches onto them as well to actually jazz it up a little bit with some nice big beads and different things.
Like a scrunchie. We talked about that this afternoon.
Yeah, you said, yeah.
But look at this. If I turn the turban like this and pull it like that, you would think, well, what's she like? It's completely. I can't go up with all like that, and you can't. I promise you can't. So. But the good thing is about the Shakti turban that here, can you see here below? There's a gap here.
Yeah.
And that hole you can use to sort of form a decoration with the headband. So I'm just going to twist it slightly like this and pull it in through the hole here and just pull it back. And then use the excess fabric to form like a bun around here. And the good thing about Shakti is that we have single color on the one side and pins on the other, so you always have contrast color to style with. So if one day you feel like toning it down, you just put the contrast color on top of it. But look at that, how simple. And then you have beautiful styling. Put it either on the one side or here at the front. And you could put a scrunchie around it and just style it and give it more volume in that way. Or you can put another scarf around it to make a bigger formation. Whatever really takes your fancy. I think that's really pretty. And really.
So, Mia, what was the name of this one again?
This is the Shakti turban.
Okay.
And the Shakti turban is available. That's a good thing about the catalogue. If you find your favorite, at the back of the catalogue, you will always be able to see the collection overview. And then you go searching for your Shakti turban. Oh, there it was. That's the linen one. We have it in different fabrics. That's the linen one. And here you have the bamboo. And there you can see all the colors lined up here. So you can always see, well, listen, I like this turban and I like these colors. And then it's easy to supply or go to order with trendy and do it that way. So that's a good one. And another easy way to style this one, we've been talking about that this afternoon as well. We have I had this afternoon, anyway, there it was. Shita headband is also a bamboo style, and it's a simple headband that you can style in many ways. It has a lot of fabric, so much fabric actually that you can use it as a single layer turban as well. I'll show you that in a second. But by adding one of these beautiful, simple headbands, can you see it from here?
Yeah, changes it up again completely.
And you can either pull down the color completely, so you have the soft single color here next to your forehead, or do a twist like this, and you have a part of the headband and you have a part of the fabric, the printed fabric here. And then again, you still have your headband here at the back, so you can either twist it or use it down here in your little gap to form a knot at the back, so you have multiple details here. Or you can pull it up like this and add. Let's see here. Just add. Well, we're going to do it the other way because you have a beautiful elastic gathering here, which is really nice, I think.
Yeah, nice design.
It is. It's just a really nice detail and a really nice touch. So you can just add it like that, and look how pretty. And it's still just one turban and a headband, isn't it? So it but that's a completely different look to your Shakti turban. So, and really easy and simple to do so.
It's just when people actually get these, it's just sitting down and practicing.
Yes, exactly. And don't be afraid to play around with it because you can't do anything wrong. It's really just trying it out and get comfortable with it because there's no right or wrong. And we tend to say that all the time. It's just there's no right or wrong. There's no guide or manual to how to do it 100% correct. You just do it whatever way you fancy and whatever suits you and your lifestyle and your look. But like I said earlier today, I'm really classy. Classy, obviously, but classic. Well, not really. I'm sorry.
You and me both. Don't worry about that one.
It's late. I did tell you. But I do like to wear my black jeans and I like to wear my black tops as well. So I always tend to wear really boring clothes. But you're always safe in black. But whenever I put on my headwear on the Wednesdays we're live, I go straight for all the patterns and all the colors, and I change into a completely different person when I put it on. I love them because it's just a very, very different place to put your patterns and your prints. When you put them on your head, it just gives you a completely different look and attitude as well, which is I think
it gives you a whole new personality, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And I think some of them for actually holidays, for beach wear, going straight from the beach to the bar, or even out on an evening as well on holiday. I think because some of the fabrics are so silky and beautiful in the patterns, you can really be wearing it anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're going on holiday and well, obviously you have to bring something like this, a colorful one like this. And what you can do is just put it on like this. And well, this is probably not the best. I only brought the ribbon like this. But what you could do is just take your ribbon, and this could be any scarf. It could be a scarf that you have at home, your favorite one you have from your grandmother, or a vintage one, or the vintage ones are the best, aren't they? But you can just easily make a decoration on the yoga turban, for example, as well, and make it into a party style, like just twisting it and making, different ideas really. And then you're good to go out for dinner or drinks or whatever you want, or stroll down the beach, because you don't have to tie these or secure these on all of the turbans, but it is possible. I'll show you that in a second, how to secure it on your photo styles. But look at that.
these scarves are really good because they're really stretchy as well, aren't they? I was playing with one earlier on this turban behind us.
Yeah.
So I've actually twisted it all around with the other bits of material, and it was really it was really very good. It's very versatile to wear it with, and you can do lots of different shapes.
Exactly. So because this one is so stretchable, it's difficult to make it really high. You have to use the scarf obviously to build it up. You can tie a big knot here at the front, just secure your split ends here, and you have like a big fashionable bun here at the front, and then you're good to go. But this one obviously is the boho ribbon, and it's suitable to wear with pretty much anything in this color, I think. And because it's sort of glittery, I don't know if you can see it, but it's sort of like a shine effect. So and it's so soft and really nice to work with. It's like you don't want to take it off, and it comes in a turban.
We had some comments earlier, actually, Mia, about the metallics.
Yeah.
The metallics and the fabrics that you do. Customers love that. They seem to really go crazy for those prints.
I know, especially in the UK, you're mad about metallics, and I love it. I love it.
Love a bit of sparkle, I think.
I know. I think, and I hope that Lindsay is watching from the hair that I wear. She promised me she was going to be sitting in her spa today with a big glass of white wine. so hi, Lindsay. I blew your cover there. I'm sorry. But I know that she stocks the Emmy turban. We had this one, and it's actually in the Viva range as well. And obviously I didn't bring it. And that's so silly of me because I know you love it. But this one here. And again, I need my assistant now, but she had the day off.
Oh, yes.
So that's a metallic one for you for Viva. And it's just been so popular in the UK. And I don't blame you. It's beautiful. And we actually have this one as well. Yep, Lindsay is here. Hi, Lindsay. We have this one from Viva as well, which is a soft rose turban base, a simple turban. And the Viva range is made primarily out of cotton viscose. We have a big range of basic fabrics and 3 models. We have a tube, a Laura turban, and the Soya turban. And the Soya turban is amazing. I'll have to show you that as well. But look at all the colors available here.
Oh, beautiful.
So you can always, and I would recommend Laura, which is the one here at the bottom. It's like a really simple classic turban, nothing to it, but it's great for styling and building up with headbands and scarves and everything. I'll show you in a second. But this one, you'll love this one as well. The rose, and this complements so many skin tones. It's beautiful, this rose color. It just gives such beautiful spring detail to your skin. And I definitely need a bit of sun on mine. But here we go. There we go. So you just start it with your headband again. And in so many ways. So when you buy this, it's a 2-in-1 piece. You get both the turban and the headband with this style. And it's easy to just form. You obviously want the metallic here at the front. Pull it down there on the one side. Get a bit of a French look, like that. And then it's just easy peasy. And you have your scarf here on the side. I think it's so pretty and easy. And obviously that makes the big difference to
that tiny little bit of detail, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
The tiny details are sometimes the best, aren't they?
And I think those tiny details as well, they just draw the eye away from somebody thinking that that person doesn't have any hair, isn't it? Because all they're looking at is the turban as an accessory, a fashion accessory, which I think that's what we need to look at it as.
Yeah, because
absolutely.
It's so easy to make it different. And when you lose your hair, maybe you're used to having long, slim hair, and you're used to straighten it, and it forms sort of a look around your face. And when you lose your hair, well, how are you going to define your face now that you don't have the hair? Well, it's really easy to define yourself in a different way by adding these headbands and making the volume up here instead of down here. Because then you can make it look really stylish anyway. And just adding a different touch to the face.
And for those ladies who don't have any hair to actually go underneath their turban, you've actually got the soft lift cap now, isn't it? That you can actually pop underneath the turban, so it gives you that really nice silhouette as well.
Yes,
that's it. That was a really good addition, I thought, to the collection.
It is because if not all of us, this lady here has got a really perfect shape back head, but she has to testing all my headwear on it. But not all of us look like this. Some of us have a flat back head or larger here or on the side. We can look different in so many ways, and that's fantastic, I think. But if you put on this soft lid cap here, which is made out of the 37.5 material, and I'll come to that in a second.
Yeah,
is one of the qualities from Christine Headwear as well. This headwear piece here took us about 3 years to develop, and I'm telling you, Tina and our constructor Charlotte were going mad in the end because it just had to be exactly right. So I don't know how many we've discharged because it just didn't live up to our quality standards, but finally it's here. So this is definitely a revolutionary design. We've got a patent on this one as well, patented design on this one. So it's quite unique. So one of a kind, I think, and it is definitely worth using underneath your headwear if you tend to think that, well, they are a bit slouchy at the back or they're dropping too much. You want to just fill it out a bit more and give it a different look. You just put on your yoga turban, for example. I don't know if you remember, that had a bit of a baggy effect here at the back. But look at that now. Beautiful round effect here at the back of your neck. That is just so pretty. And you can see the extension this way because the cushion is here at the back. You don't want to put it up here. You want to extend the back of your head here and then use your ribbons to form volume around the front.
So it almost replaces.
Sorry?
It almost replaces the look of having all of your hair tucked up.
Yes, it does.
Inside. Yeah.
And it's really important to do headwear design as well. It doesn't really you don't just put volume wherever you want to and wherever you fancy. You have to put it exactly the right places. So you either put it here at the back. You can see the turban I'm wearing today has got a drop shape as well, like a slouchy effect here at the back. Or you put it here around the crown here. You don't sort of tend to put it here. That's a strange place. You put it here or here. So you don't just place it anywhere. You want to be placing it where you obviously can see it in the mirror as well. So you make
that I do think is a really great addition to the actual collection. It's very, very good. Yeah, and I know some people actually wear it underneath their wigs as well if they find them a bit baggy in that area. Again, it just gives them that lovely contour and that lovely silhouette, which is what we're always after, isn't it, when somebody's looking at our hair or looking at any of our headwear at all. So that's absolutely beautiful. And you were saying it comes with that wonderful new technology that you've got.
It does.
So can you tell us a little bit more about that technology?
I can see we get a lot of comments here, and I can see my friend from this morning, Abir, is on here. We were talking about the Viva one. And Abir, I'm promising you, Jane and Bradley promised me that they're going to be live on Friday. So there you go. Live on the website. You can buy this on Friday from Trenco, right, Bradley?
Yeah, Friday morning.
Yeah.
Yes, but I want to tell you about the 37.5. You didn't see the 37.5 in the CareTech range here because these CareTech editions only comes to the special fabrics that we create here at Christine Headwear or the Headwear Company. This fabric here is brought in as a license. We've traced this down in America actually and brought in this license to use on our headwear. And it is amazing, ladies. You have to try a 37.5 product. It is a heat regulating fabric, which means that when you put it on, you will feel quite quickly actually that the fabric sort of not only suits your sculpt, but it also temperates your body into 37.5 degrees, which is obviously the ultimate
That's your perfect temperature, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why it's called 37.5, because it regulates your body temperature into 37.5, which is the perfect one. So this one here is actually a mix of a lot of fabrics. It is polyester in this one, which is actually quite unique for Christine. We tend to not use polyester in the Christine range, but because we need the polyester to tie in all the technology. So there's wool in this one as well. And obviously wool is and it's breathable, but the technology sort of tops it off. It is sort of woven into the headwear. So you get unique kind of headwear piece here that temperates your body. It dries up to 5 times faster than running gear, for example. And you know, running gear, you put it out on the drying rack and it's dry immediately almost.
Yeah, very quick.
So imagine if you have heat spurs and having a chemotherapy session, it sort of tends to get your temperature rising and falling out of control. And this one would absolutely help you regulate your body temperature. It's really lightweight. It doesn't take up any room at all. And also no irritating stitches inside. So if you're lying in the bed,
that's really important as well.
Exactly, you don't get the stitching at the back irritating you when you're lying down. And also, well, that goes for all the Christine Headwear turbans actually. No irritating stitches inside. We always hide the stitches, so you always get a smooth base inside. And that's really important as well, the fitting and construction. But the 37.5 is actually really good at also releasing if you're running, for example, if you're running or exercising, then it sort of transfers the sweat, the moisture, away from your body. It doesn't layer in the turban because then it would keep you heavy and wet. It sort of releases it. So you'll always have a dry piece of headwear, unless you go out into the rain, of course. I can't help you then. but obviously, technology is amazing. Actually, some of the fibers in here are coconut shell and volcano fibers, or what you call them.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And you think, how on earth is that?
Incredible. Yeah.
But it's so
how do they actually come up with that in the beginning and make it, isn't it, by using those things?
They use this quality on ice hockey gear, because there's a lot of gear in ice hockey. I know they use this this quality here to make their outfits. And also they there was a big, I think it was Ted Baker actually, a gentleman's brand, who tested it, and they made a suit, a gentleman's suit, trousers and shirt and jacket, and they actually sent a man off running a marathon in this suit made out of 37.5 just to test it. I thought that was a really great PR stunt. So it is actually a fabric that's used for a lot of sports gear as well, because it is such a durable and functional kind of fabric. So
you do a vest as well, don't you, in the same fabric?
Yes,
amazing.
We do.
And Jane, actually, you tried it, didn't you?
Yeah, I did try. I was very lucky. Christine Headwear actually gave me one to actually try. And again, as Mia was saying, ladies go through chemotherapy, their temperature is up and down. And then you've got ladies of a certain age, hence myself, and I get my kind of hot flushes and get really hot. I'll wear my t-shirt in bed, and it really does work. It regulates my temperature completely, which is, for me, a godsend. And I think for anybody going through treatment, or if they're suffering with that kind of different heat levels all the time, it really does actually work. So I would say the t-shirts are probably a must for anybody, and the turbans as well with that technology in. If you're going through hair loss, if you've actually gone through some treatment and you're finding it, a struggle with all your temperatures, then I would actually purchase one of those every day of the week, because it really, really does work.
It does. It is amazing. We use them. All of us use them in the office. And actually, the vest top is made with click-on buttons here on the side. So if you've had a breast operation and you find it difficult to raise your arms, you can actually pull it up from underneath, and then just clip it on here.
Yeah.
exactly.
Which again is really good because, you know, if people have had any operations and they've had a mastectomy, to lift their arms up, they're not going to be able to do that for quite a long time because it really does actually
Yeah,
hurt
it's
when you
got
take it away with the nose. Yeah, so they don't recommend lifting your arms high. So to actually slide it up the body and pop it is a really simple, easy way to put your t-shirt on.
and
But no, that's great.
the 37.5 range is available in 4 colors now. There's a blue, a coral, and a brown, and a black. And I can see somebody has asked if we can do them like in a baby blue. But these fabrics here are really, they're quite expensive to make. And also because the technology is so difficult to do. So and it's difficult to print on these as well. So we've chosen these single colors here. You can always spice them up with ribbons or headbands or whatever you want. But we've done them in the classic colors here, and that's what we probably will keep on doing for a while actually. So I can't promise you a baby blue, but I can promise you a sun cap as well in 37.5 in the coral color as well. So that's pretty much the same color as the one that you see here. So we tend to stay in this range of colors throughout, but we're working on it. So one day we might succeed. But like I said, with the soft knit cap, took us 3 years to develop. So it takes a bit of time before we are satisfied. And some might say it takes a bit too long, but we never stop until we're 100% sure that we are sending out a piece of headwear that we are proud of.
Yeah, and I think you're completely right as well. You have to get it right, isn't it? But those 4 colours you've got, they're your basic colours, which would suit most skin tones as well. And by jazzing it up with another scarf or something else, you can really liven it up if you wanted to.
But it is available in the sun hat as well. And I can see somebody's asking if this one takes a long time to dry. It doesn't. It's 37.5, so you just rinse it. We talked about how to wash the headwear earlier on today as well. Always treat your headwear like you treat your lingerie. Wash it by hand, and always be careful not scrubbing it and rubbing it. Just treat it gently. Use fluent washing detergent and not the powder, because it will break down the fibers. We don't like that. But it is really simple. Just wash it, dry it out, put it on a towel, and you can just take this one out, this is the cap that forms the volume on this piece here. Well, you don't want to know how we came to this solution, but we've been all sorts of things just to get this right. It's just so funny. It's been such a funny trip to make this piece here for you. One day, I think we'll take you behind the scenes when we develop something again, because it's fun to see how something becomes.
Always fascinating, I think, to see from beginning to end how you actually get to that product.
But this one here is the new addition to our sun range. You'll see that our sun collection is slowly but surely being taken over by the 37.5 technology. And we've done that obviously because this is more moisture absorbent than the regular cotton that the old sun were made of, and also lighter to wear as well. And this one is a new addition called Free Anna. It is made of, if I remove these, you can see it's just a simple turban cap with a soft brim. This is not like a baseball cap. This is really soft. And we do these soft because obviously you're wearing them against your skin, and so they have to be comfortable. So look how pretty that is. Beautiful, the perfect shade. And it goes down a bit further than normal cap, and then the cap is stopped here. We've put it down a bit further, obviously, to make sure your eye area is well protected. And then you have your zips here. You can either side and zip like that. I think that looks really cool. This just make a bit of a and then you get the sun in your neck as well. And all the sunlight from Christine are a bit longer. So you can see here.
Yeah, so you're getting that protection in your nape area then as well.
Exactly. And then you can. Oh, I get an echo.
Yeah, I'm getting an echo as well here. I'm not sure what that is.
Like this. Here. Look how pretty.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
Anybody who's quite sporty, likes going out walking all the time, again, is another perfect addition, isn't it, to their wardrobe?
And I want to actually show you this is the beer flower, and we recommend that you use this as a nightcap as well. This is really, really good to wear at night time. We have a new stitching setting here. You can see the stitching, but it's flat. So when you really nice.
Seeing as we're getting a bit too much feedback for us to really hear what's going on, I'm going to quickly go to our boho video, if you don't mind, and show that. And then we can see if the echoes sort themselves out in between.
Yeah, because
we're all doing it. So here's the boho collection.
Another beautiful video that you've actually produced with the boho collection. As I said earlier, I think it's one of my favourite collections. Yes. I think just to finish off this evening, we'll just talk briefly about the boho collection, how that's actually made the fabrics, and a little quick demonstration on what you can do with that as well. That would be lovely.
Yeah. I just want to show you your favorite before we go.
Yeah.
Look how sophisticated that is. This is your summer outfit, ladies. And just do like this. And there you go.
A simple scarf just tied around the top, isn't it? Just gives me that finishing touch.
How
absolutely beautiful, beautiful.
I really like it.
I should have something else to do with my hat this year. I should start collecting lots of different scarves to actually tie around.
Exactly. You must try it out. Jump down to the boho because it's very important. I still get an echo.
Unfortunately, there is. It seems to just be coming from your machine.
Mine?
I think so.
Well, is it better? I'm on my own. Oh, I think so, at least.
That's scary.
I hope
I'm not sure if maybe if you could turn your sound down a little, which I know will make it difficult to hear us.
I have turned it down. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's better.
Let's see. Let's do it like this. I'm just going to, otherwise move me, and I'm just going to do Laurel and Hardy video.
We've actually had people saying that they love the boho collection as well. Yes, it's one of those collections that is, I think, just very dressy. You can really dress up your outfit, isn't it? Really make a change to what you're wearing. And yeah, just amazing. And the different things you can do with it. I mean, we said earlier in the introduction, I like it because you can actually wear them around your neck as well. So the little additional pieces, just wear it around your neck and the scarf around the turban. So I played around with them in the winter quite a lot, wearing them in different ways.
And it's so easy. It's me. I'm just going to let's see. I'm not sure what to do. Bradley.
The only thing we can do is we take you off for a second when you rejoin.
I'm getting
See if
echo.
Or I think if we just watch Mia, she's now just tying around one of the scarves around the actual boho collection. Yeah. It comes with
yes,
you've got the turban, and then at the back of it, and I can never find. You've got a feel for them. Very difficult to actually find. You've got two little the little poppers is what you would actually describe them as in the UK, and you've actually got them on here as well. You can pop this on, you can pop your scarf on, as Nia was actually showing us. They're really versatile. You can do so much with one of these particular collections. And Mia's extremely clever with designing and actually building these up, and just with a simple little scarf again. This is one of the lovely, it's like a gossamer scarf really, and it's got that nice, very soft sheen to it, which is beautiful. Quite dressy again for your evenings, or if you're actually maybe going to a wedding, going to a christening, it'd be a great thing to actually wear.
Or if you just want to do an everyday outfit.
Yep, absolutely. Just a normal day out, just wear it.
Just do it. Just do it. Don't hide it. Don't save it for later. Do it now.
Yes.
Yeah. Look at this. How pretty is that?
Amazing.
And look at all
it is quite simple. It is practice. I think when we started using Christine Headwear and selling Christine Headwear here, we were all a little bit nervous, and we'd put the turbans on and they looked as if we just put a turban on. No particular style at all. Over the months and, the seasons that we've been having the new collections, we've all got quite proficient at it now. It actually ties them in doing different things to it. So I do think they're great. And I think maybe, Bradley, when we're actually back in the studio, and you can be back in the studio with me, maybe we'll have a little competition between the two of us to see which one can come up with the best design.
Look at this one.
I would love that. Let's do it.
See this one?
Okay, yes, very long, yeah.
This is the Anna tube.
Wow.
Oh, simple.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, just turn it inside out.
Yep. So simple, isn't it? Very creative, but very, very simple to actually do.
I think what's nice about it is that it replaces, the element of being able to put up or play with your hair. You've kind of got the creativity of doing it with the fabric instead.
Absolutely, yeah, because normally you play with your hair and do different things, but with this, I think it's just amazing, and you can really kind of accessorize them, I think, as well.
And
I think they look really good. So it's just clipping in the actual scarf at the actual back again. And it's when you've got them on, you can just actually tweak them. You can just pull them to actually get the pleats where you want them to sit, and to actually so it feels comfortable and they sit in the right position for you. I mean, this particular one we played around with earlier, I was doing all sorts of twisty little things with it, and it actually become quite a fun thing to do. So I think any of our viewers out there this evening would have actually quite great fun just to actually get a couple of these and play around with them. If nobody's kind of worn a turban before or any kind of headwear because they kind of think it's a bit old-fashioned, it's not very trendy, or it's not, you know, sophisticated enough, or they're not being able to make a statement enough with it, I think look through the Christine Headwear, have a look on our website when we go live on Friday, and there's something in that collection that is going to suit everybody, most definitely.
I have to show you this one as well. I can keep going.
Oh yeah, I know you. You're a bit like me with wigs. I can keep going with wigs all night long as well. Yeah, there's not a stop button at all. So, okay. So you're almost like doing crochet. Just looping it through.
Exactly.
That's incredible.
Wow.
Yeah, well done. That's
so pretty.
Absolutely amazing, isn't it?
So quick.
Yeah. Well, I hope you've been watching, Bradley, because I'm going to put you to the test when you're back in the office.
I can't wait. We'll have to do a live competition, won't we?
Yeah, we will do. Yeah, we'll do. We'll be timed. We'll have 2 minutes to do something.
Yes.
Yeah, 2 minutes to actually get it done, and that'll be it, and we can have a competition. I think that'd be quite fun. Be entertaining for everybody to see what we can actually do. Well, Mia, I want to thank you. Your sound's gone. It's not very great, so we don't want to get rid of you, but because of the sound issues, thank you for joining us, and thank you from everybody here in the UK. Collections are amazing, the spring and summer. Looking forward to autumn, winter. Yep, spring and summer, and it makes us really get excited about that spring and summer. Your ideals that you've actually shown us are absolutely beautiful. So thank you so much from myself and from Bradley. And we'll speak to you very soon and see you again one day very soon.
Definitely.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye, Mia. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Bye. Wow. I don't know what you thought, Bradley, but I thought that was quite a really entertaining hour, or just over an hour, isn't it, really? She's really inspirational, I think, and for anybody out there, as I said, who's not worn a turban before, or any kind of headwear, because you think it's a little bit kind of old-fashioned, you're not going to get the colours or the styles you want. I think with any of these, you really can. And it's just getting creative with it. And not, as she said, don't be scared of it, play around and see what you can actually achieve and do. And I'm sure on our social media sites, we're going to start seeing lots of photographs of people who have been able to create some really gorgeous things with their actual headwear and turbans. It was really, really very good. And we're going live on Friday morning, isn't it, Bradley?
It will be Friday morning at some point in the morning, yes. We'll be live to our website. If you are one of our trade customers, obviously we'll be in touch with you at the same time about the range. So look out for all the amazing videos and lovely photos that we've got coming up for this collection, because it's so beautiful, Jane. The beaches and pictures have got me having holiday fever right now.
I know. Yeah, we could have sat here really presenting in our shorts and our bikinis, really, because we were like there. But we would have probably scared a few viewers away. So
different type of show that day.
That's true. Yeah, that wouldn't have been the way to have actually done it at all, really, for us. But it did actually make us think about and adding a bit of colour into our lives as well, I think, isn't it? I mean, I'm a real black girl. I'm always in black clothes or navy blue in dark. But yeah, I think it's just nice to have that injection of colour if you actually can as well. So now, everybody, when it comes out on Friday, have fun with it. if you do anything really inspirational and creative with it, just send us your pictures. It'd be really great to actually see them. It'd be fantastic. And did we have another video to watch, Bradley? Have we done all of our videos now?
I think we'll just leave everybody.
And you broke up then completely as well. Well, we're going to sign off now. And are we?
Yes,
yeah.
I think we better. There's definitely an issue with echo coming back to me, your machine as well tonight. So look at me, I'm blaming it myself.
Yeah, we've got a few technical little issues with our sound, I think, and I don't know why. Well, it's a big thank you from me and a big thank you from Bradley and all the team behind the scenes as well, because we have people behind the scenes taking questions from different formats as well. Thank you for watching and all your questions. As always, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on board with us, and we look forward to seeing you the same time next week at 7 o'clock. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you all again soon. Take care. Bye.